Back with another video. We got the neglected Avis Blue M5. In the last two episodes, we did the full interior swap with Silverstone interior, full leather dash. Go watch that if you haven't. That was a task, 2 days of a job. Then we went ahead and did the full dining conversion. That was another 2-day job. And then we came back to do a Stop Tech big brake kit. And unfortunately, I had the terrible problem of rounding the brake hardline, and that nut is completely rounded and I can't get it off. So I have two M5s Frankenstein together, and unfortunately I don't have a repair for the moment. This passenger side is the one with the rounded nut, so I can't get the brake line off to swap the calipers. Unfortunately, the brake kit uses a different hard line and or a soft line, I guess, but it's a stainless steel line on my titanium silver and a rubber line on this car, and they're not interchangeable without swapping it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this car back to stock, which was a pain because I spent legit probably a day and a half, if not 2 full days, trying to do this brake kit swap overnight. And now we're putting it back to stock, and I'm gonna lose out my parts. Federico's here, and we're gonna hopefully we're gonna get this car fixed and sorted, and then
2 hours.
No, 2 hours per side times 4.
So I start on one side, you start on the other.
We're gonna try to get this car back on the road. Both cars actually back on the road. We're gonna try to put this car back to stock, put the other car back to the BBK, and then unfortunately I need to go get brake fluid, and we need to bleed the brakes and make sure everything's functioning.
Let's do that first.
We gotta do that after. We gotta unhook.
Let's go get this shit first.
No. Let's make sure we can swap it first. Progress on putting the Avis Blue back to stock. We got the Frankenstein in that was not really put together, but on there, we got that all back to stock and swapped back over to the Titan car. Now the Titan car has big brake kit once again. This is so unfortunate. This was gonna be perfect and it was almost ideal, but Avis Blue, Stop Tech big brake kit, BC coils, dining, carbon fiber intakes. It was gonna be a nice setup. It was gonna be something that I've been dreaming of, but of course, my luck, I cannot have what I want, and this has to go off and go back to stock. So, Blue, BBK, dining, BC, the last time this quadruple effect will exist, and time to put this back to stock. Well, the task is done, at least for one corner again, or at least for the Avis Blue M5. We are fully back to stock. When I put the caliper on the passenger side, somebody was commenting saying that I kinked the line and I did all this other stuff. The line was just on crooked because of the way the rotor was, or the caliper I should say, sorry. All you had to do is twist it back, and now the lines are both exactly where they should be. This is still 100% not safe. I agree on that. Those need to be replaced, and I will get to that when I can. I just want to get these cars back on the road, on the ground, and drivable or movable. So here we are good. Definitely need to get some flare nut wrenches. We're gonna go with some stainless steel brake lines. Unfortunately, I will not have Stop Tech BBK for the front. Very sad and not happy about this, but at the end of the day, just doing the new lines, brake fluid flush, and putting in the E65 master cylinder should do wonders for this car. I don't have any complaints from the brakes before. I remember my other M5s. It really wasn't that big of a problem for me. Stop Tech BBK, of course, is nice and it is something valuable, but I guess it just gives me more of a price tag for the titanium silver having the BBK. So I guess it doesn't work out for me, but it does work out for me. We are back to stock on this corner. It's very ugly. I definitely want to paint these, and we need some fender liner and a deep cleaning, and I need to get a pork chop to keep my intake safe. Should probably get some new intakes while we're at it as well. But I want to get one of these M5s out of here. That's the main goal, and the main rush of all this was just to get the titanium silver car back to stock so I could put it for sale. So let me put this car on the ground so I could use both jacks, and let's head over to the titanium silver car. Let's get that back to the BBK. And then it's currently 1:20 in the morning. We got to do an AutoZone run. I got to get a battery for the M5 and get a couple quarts of brake fluid so we can sit here and bleed both cars. Okay, coming back, we're half Frankenstein just by one wheel. We only have to put one wheel back. With the BBK, the Style 65s necessarily don't really fit. I'm sure they do fit, but the clearance is literally so little between the actual barrel and the caliper. I'm pretty sure if you put a credit card in there, it would get stuck. So I would rather not. And besides, I'm pretty sure the market is tough right now. Everything's down. It's taking everything so long to sell. It's just, I don't really know. It's in a bad spot right now. But as far as everything else goes, I'm pretty sure in general, the Style 65s more than the actual BBS. So probably keep the BBS on the titanium silver car. Who knows? I actually like the BBS more than titanium silver. I might end up keeping both, and I might throw the Style 65 19-inch replicas. I might put those on titanium silver. That way I can keep BBS and stocks. That way if I ever sell this car, I can keep it with the stocks and again keep my BBSs. But it's a lot of junk going on. We are officially, unfortunately, back to stock on this titanium silver's back to big brake kit. Now we just need to bleed it, but I got to get brake fluid and a battery. It's currently almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's crazy how I could take multiple breaks, mess around, go back and forth, eat, talk, do all these other things, and it still only took me 4 or 5 hours to fully redo this back and forth. And it took me literally like 12 hours doing this. I guess most of the time was struggling, learning and struggling with that brake line. Now I think I have this down to a science, pretty easy. Federico did help, he's still here. I think he's taking a nap in the truck, but besides that, we are officially back to stock. I do need to bleed it. I apologize for not really filming much of the process. I was just kind of focused on getting this done tonight. I don't have that many days off this week, working overtime at work and 12-hour shifts. So extra time, extra day. Don't have that much time, trying to get a new job. So please pray for your boy, pray he gets his new job. New job means más dinero, means more junk cars, more junk parts, more episodes. So hopefully that all goes through. Praying it would be a nice change in my life. So hopefully everything works out. We're gonna get this car more situated and make sure this thing's back and running. I would like to hopefully get this bled feeling decent and hopefully take it for a little test drive tonight. Don't know for sure, but that is the plan. $100 later, we have a beautiful Durlast battery. I swore these were H7 or H8. This shit is H9 and huge. Quick little trip in the M3. Got a battery, 2 liters of brake fluid. Hopefully should be enough and no problems. Forgot to take out the core before we went. I was happy that we got both cars back on the ground. So now we got to take out the core and go back, but we'll save that for another time. Brake fluid on deck, baby, and an H9. So let's go ahead and go to the Avis blue car because we don't want to learn how to do this in the dark. Oh shit, I just exposed this. We don't know how to do this. Oh, fuck. Anyways, no, leave that there because we gotta go to H. Gotta take that.
He's gonna jack this.
Bro, if someone picks that shit up and runs, I'll be so impressed. I'll let them have it. I apologize for not much work being shown in this episode. I know that's kind of boring for you guys, but this is more of a panic fix the cars episode. I was just focused on making sure everything got done tonight. It is 4:18 in the morning. Had a little hassle because the M5 was so dead that I needed to jump it in order to get the actual battery to, or not, sorry. I had to jump it in order just to get the trunk open. And when I went to press the button, for some reason, the kick panel, the button wasn't plugged in. So I had to take down the drivers. I had to take down the underpan from the dash, take out the kick plate, connect the switch, then pop the trunk, then change the battery, then got that car started. And I didn't bleed the brakes enough. Coming over here, this is the little brake bleeder that I bought. This is the fluid that came out of both cars. Disgusting. This car didn't have that many bubbles, but again, we only disconnected the driver's line, and I really didn't disconnect it for that long, so it didn't lose too much fluid, and looked like the stream was pretty clear coming out. This is dirty fluid, but I'm not trying to do a full flush right now. I'm trying to make sure cars are back on the road and functioning. So this car seems to be good. The brakes seem to be okay, but I didn't really try to go too far. The silver M5, I bled way more and I let way more fluid pass through with the bubbles, and then the stream turned pretty clean and no bubbles, and that pedal goes straight to the floor and that car is not stopping. I just moved it back and forth a couple feet. So that needs to be rebled, or bled more, I should say. Probably top up the reservoir again and do it again. See if I can get it to feel better. Then check for leaks, I guess, worst case scenario. But again, shouldn't be any problem. Those are the stainless steel lines, and the Brembo line for the actual caliper is good, and those hard lines are both good. So only thing I would be concerned on is that side leaking because it's so mangled and we mess with it. But we'll come to that if it comes there. I'll keep my eye on the line, make sure it stays dry, and we'll keep an eye on the ground, make sure there's no puddle forming or anything dripping on the ground. But I do apologize, ramble, not much work shown. Just needed to get these cars back on the road. We were consistent again for a while, and then I kind of dipped off for a few days because these were broken. So now let's try to get this back on the road, and we can continue the content and continue the journey with both cars. It's super late in the morning, and I'm gonna get some sleep, shower, and get cleaned up, clean up the garage, clean up, put the tools away, and then we'll come back. We'll come back probably tomorrow or one of these following days. I only have today and tomorrow off, but tomorrow I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing. If I come back tomorrow, we'll try to bleed it again, maybe take this one for a test drive, see how it's functioning. Still don't have the Dine and Tune or the ABS replaced. Trying to figure out the ABS once again. Still no luck. Still can't connect to the car with NCS Expert, so I cannot code a unit. At this point, I'm thinking about just sending the unit off and getting it coded, or getting that actually repaired so you don't need to code it. I would love to do it myself, seeing I already had the ABS unit ready to go in the box right there. It would be nice to do it myself and actually learn how to code. But if I can't, worst case scenario, we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's about it. So far, both cars are back on the ground. Both cars are drivable. M5 has a battery again. Battery is stupid expensive for that car for no reason. Cost me like $300 at AutoZone to get 2 liters of brake fluid and get a battery. $300. That's crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. This is probably a terrible episode, but much needed update and a much needed progress to get these cars back on the road. So I appreciate you guys for bearing with me. I know this was a rough one, but I love all you guys. I appreciate all the support. Let me know your comments down below. Talk to me, talk to yourself, talk to somebody else. Comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other videos. Go back, watch some good old barn find videos, some junk videos. Go back, entertain yourself with some old content before we can come out with another episode. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. We'll be back. I promise. Later, guys.